Attention passionate Dallas, Cowboys. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Dallas Cowboys' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Dallas Cowboys fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Dallas, COWBOYSFANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. Buckle up, because what could be brewing under the radar is nothing short of a game changer. Rumor has it that the Dallas Cowboys are considering a blockbuster trade that might reshape their defensive front for years to come. The name at the center of this storm: Myles Garrett, the dominant edge rusher from the Cleveland Browns. And trust me, this isn't just speculation. Sources are indicating that a potential deal could be on the table, possibly involving a first-round pick in the 2027 draft in exchange for Garrett. Yeah, you heard that right. A future first-rounder, a move that could send shockwaves through the league and propel Dallas's defense into a new era of dominance. Let's unpack this, because it's not just any trade. It's a strategic move that could elevate the Cowboys' pass rush to elite status and give them a real shot at contending for a Super Bowl. Now, the context for this potential blockbuster starts with the Cowboys' recent defensive struggles and the need to establish a ferocious pass rush that can consistently pressure opposing quarterbacks. After the departure of Diggs, the secondary has been a focus, but the real missing piece has been an elite edge presence, someone who can transform the entire front seven. The Cowboys have been eyeing players like Khalil Mack in 2018, who, when added to the Bears, turned their front into an absolute nightmare for offenses, generating over 170 pressures that season. Garrett, in many ways, embodies that same disruptive spirit. He's a hurricane coming off the edge, a relentless predator who devastates quarterbacks with explosive power and technical precision. His career stats speak volumes: 92 sacks, 385 tackles, 124 QB hits, 17 forced fumbles, a PFF grade of 94. 0, and a pass rush win rate of 26.1%. These numbers show a player who's not just good, but among the best at getting after the quarterback. Garrett's 2025 season, which was completed with no injuries, was nothing short of spectacular. He started all 16 games, racking up 22 sacks, 65 pressures, 10 tackles for loss, and 3 forced fumbles. His elite pass rushing performance with a PFF grade of 95.2 made him a nightmare for offensive lines. Cleveland has struggled overall this season, giving up around 29 points per game, and their cap situation is complicated. They're sitting on about $16 million in cap space, but have over $60 million in dead money for 2026 due to previous contracts. The Browns are in a bit of a rebuild mode, prioritizing a quarterback in the upcoming draft and likely looking to move veteran players like Garrett for future assets, including high picks that can help them retool. For Dallas, acquiring Garrett would be a massive boost. Right now, the Cowboys are 8-8, and while they've had their ups and downs, adding a player of Garrett's caliber could be the catalyst they need to elevate their defense to top-tier status. With the team restructuring contracts, like extending Parsons and freeing up over $12 million in cap space, Dallas is positioning itself to make a splash in free agency or via trade. Garrett's addition would give them an instant upgrade, adding around 16 sacks per year, boosting pressures by over 80, while significantly improving their EPA per rush metric to around plus 0.19. His presence could transform their run defense as well, pushing it up by approximately 27% and disrupting third down plays more effectively by 21%. When you look at the way Garrett can dominate against the run and the pass, he's like a Bosa or Armstead at peak, a true game wrecker. Now imagine this: Garrett paired with Micah Parsons, creating one of the most lethal edge duos in the league. Parsons has already shown flashes of being a Bosa-like force, but adding Garrett on the other side would make offenses think twice. Garrett's ability to win double teams with a win rate of around 28%, combined with Parsons' relentless energy, would create a nightmare scenario for any offensive line. It's a recipe for a pass rush that could rival some of the best in recent history, comparable to what Von Miller brought to the Broncos during their Super Bowl run. This kind of dominance on the edge would not only pressure quarterbacks like Hurts, but also make life much easier for Dallas's secondary, which has been solid but could use that extra push to become elite. The betting odds are already reflecting some optimism. Initially at plus 8,000 to win the Super Bowl, they've shortened to around plus 3,000 if this move goes through. That's a significant shift, and it speaks to the belief that Garrett's presence could be the X factor Dallas needs to finally break through and contend seriously. The playoffs are always a different beast, and having that kind of edge presence could be the difference between a deep run and an early exit. Think about it, Garrett as a Von Miller-type figure, leading a defense that's built to dominate in the postseason, especially against mobile quarterbacks like Hurts, who tend to thrive against less disciplined pass rushes. From Cleveland's perspective, this move makes sense. They're looking to rebuild and acquire assets that can help them reset after a difficult season. Garrett, despite his elite talent, might be surplus to requirements if the Browns are prioritizing a quarterback in the draft and looking to shed veteran contracts. Trading Garrett for a future first-round pick gives them cap flexibility and a chance to rebuild around young talent and draft picks. They're also likely considering other moves, like trading veteran players for additional picks, much like the Giants did with Burns, which boosted their pressure rate significantly in 2024. Cleveland's strategy seems to be about acquiring as many high-value assets as possible to reset and focus on their long-term rebuild. For the Cowboys, this potential trade isn't just about improving the roster, it's about making a statement. It's about showing the league, and especially their NFC rivals, that they're serious about winning now. Garrett's presence on the field would send a message to everyone that Dallas is all in on a Super Bowl run. He's a proven game winner, someone who has the pedigree, the talent, and the drive to change the course of a game in a matter of plays. And with the right coaching staff, he could be coached to peak form once again, just like he was in Cleveland, where his pressures and sacks were instrumental in their defensive schemes. In the bigger picture, this move could also rejuvenate the entire roster. The Cowboys have been building around their offensive stars, but their defense has sometimes lagged behind. Bringing in Garrett could spark a ripple effect, motivating other players, creating competition in the trenches, and raising the overall intensity. It's the kind of move that could shift the entire dynamic of the team, giving them a new identity as a fierce, relentless defensive unit capable of taking down even the most potent offenses. With Parsons leading the charge and Garrett adding that extra edge, the Cowboys could become one of the league's most feared defenses, a true nightmare for any quarterback. Of course, there are questions, and nothing is guaranteed until the trade is official. Will Cleveland bite? Will the Cowboys be willing to part with the draft capital? But if this deal happens, it could be one of the defining moments of the offseason for Dallas. It's not just about adding a star, it's about transforming a team that's been on the cusp into a true contender. The NFC is wide open, and with a move like this, the Cowboys could leapfrog many of their rivals and position themselves as serious Super Bowl contenders once again. Fans, this is the kind of move that makes NFL headlines and gets everyone talking. And honestly, if you're a Cowboys fan, you should be excited because this could be the start of something special. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Dallas Cowboys news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Dallas Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cowboys. Do you think Garrett will make that much of a difference? Are you excited about the possibility of seeing him in navy and silver? This move could be the spark Dallas needs to finally get over the hump and make a serious Super Bowl push. Remember, the offseason is just heating up, and with rumors swirling around Garrett, the Cowboys are positioning themselves to be major players in free agency and trades. Stay tuned because I'll be back soon with more updates, analysis, and all the latest from the star. Make sure to subscribe, share this with your fellow Cowboys fans, and let's keep the passion alive. Because when it comes to Dallas Cowboys football, we're all in this together, and every move matters.